Alright, we're doing brakes on a Kawasaki Vulcan Vaquero. Take those two bolts out right there. It's a number 12 millimeter. Caliper will come right on off. Inspect your brakes. Make sure everything looks good, you know, all the lines and everything. Make sure there's nothing out of place. Take your new brake pads, just compare them. Make sure you got the right ones. You know how that is. Especially if you ordered online, you gotta wait till the new ones come in, right? All right. So there's a little guide pin and a cotter pin holding that guide pin in. So you have to take something small and then remove that cotter pin. See it right there? And seeing that guide pin slides right on out. So now you are able to take your brakes, slide them right off the other guide pin, the permanent guide pin. Now, the ones closest to the caliper, they don't line up with the main guide pin, the permanent guide pin. Now, what you do is you take your brake pad and you use the C-clamp and you squeeze your calipers back down. Use the old brake pad to do this until it stops. Doesn't take very long. Once it stops, you got to make sure your brake pad is lined up correctly, so that way you can evenly squeeze those calipers back down. Take that old brake pad out, and what I did, I don't show it, I just kind of sprayed it down with a little brake clean, let it dry. Now come back with your lubricant, and you want to lubricate all metal to metal contact. So I lubricated the removable guide pin. Now I'm lubricating the permanent guide pin. Up next, I'm going to be lubricating, like I said, all the metal to metal contact. Just a tiny bit. You don't need a whole lot. And I got on gloves too, as a matter of fact, latex gloves. Try to keep everything clean. See, put a little bit of layer on the back. That is the first caliper brake contact. Slide it right into place. What I did, I just took the pin to kind of hold it right there, the removable pin. Up next, the second brake pad. Put a little grease on it. All metal to metal contact points. Tiny bit of grease is all you need. See, line it right up with that guide pin. Take the removable pin out. Put it back in. Now comes your little cotter pin. I didn't have a new one to replace it, so I used the old one. I got tired of looking. So you just find that hole that goes back, that you put that cotter pin back in, put it on, and then pop it in with your thumb. And there you go. So then what you do is you line your brake pads up, and then you take with your fingers and you hold the brake pads apart with your fingers, and you slide it back on the rotor. Real easy. I kind of missed it, so there you go. Take, spread it apart, slide them right back on. Now I took a little Loctite, blue Loctite, and put it on my bolts. Tighten them up. Hand tighten them. And then went back with my wrench. Number 12 socket. Tighten them back up. Next step, take and you'll press the rear brake lever a few times until it gets tight. And that's done.